What's up, guys? How we doing today? Hope y'all are doing awesome. Anyway, today is another Ticked Off Tuesday, if you will. Yeah, I did a video last week. It was about the big beautiful bill that got passed and signed, and I just did a thing, and I got a comment about it, about having empathy for other people, and just things like that. But anyway, we're gonna talk about kind of that, and we're gonna go from there. So it'll be fun. I'll be right back. All right. So, like I said, I did a video on about the big beautiful bill that passed, and just kind of how I support it. I don't support everything. There are some things that I don't fully agree with. I think for the most part, it's a really good bill, and there are some questionable issues, and there are some issues that I know a lot of people have issues with, and I didn't really talk much about that. I did a little. I mean, I mentioned that, the Medicaid and the SNAP features are being cut, and I think a lot of people are overplaying that. They think that just everybody's going to lose their benefits. That people that really need it are going to lose their benefits. And I said it's not really the people that need it that are losing it. It's the immigrants, the illegals, the ones that are here illegally, the ones that refuse to work, that can work, that are just lazy and don't want to work. And it's kind of these, like there was this lady, I didn't mention this in the other video, but I just remembered it not too long ago, but there was that lady on TikTok that she said, if I don't sell, they told me if I don't sell my BMW that I paid cash for with my TikTok money, that they're going to cut my $4,000 a month in food stamps and my 90% of my housing. They're not going to pay that anymore. And it's people like that need to lose it. That she doesn't need that. If she makes enough money off TikTok to be able to afford a 2024 BMW and pay cash for it, she does not need food stamps. She does not need any kind of food stamps or medical benefits or anything. No. And that's kind of where I was going with this. And I had a comment, and he was starting out polite. It got a little heated there for nearish the end of it, but he was talking about, you just need to have empathy. Just because you can do it doesn't mean, what about these single moms, and what about the people that actually need it? They're going to lose it. That's when I was like, well, you don't, they're not the ones that are losing it. And he tried telling me that illegals don't get it. Illegals don't qualify. They do in some states. It depends on the state. What's up, guys? Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to jump on real quick and do a quick shout out to the sponsors of this video, which is first and foremost, the Lord above, the creator of the universe. Without him, none of us are anything. We're all nothing. And secondly, I wanted to shout out to the subscribers of this channel, because without the subscribers, this channel's nothing. And we're growing slowly, but we're growing. And I get between like 1 and 10 new subscribers every day. So I see every single one, and every one I appreciate. It's amazing to me that I even have as many as I do. But my goal for the year is 8,000. So if we can get that by the end of 25, that would be awesome. And if those of you that have subscribed, again, thank you so much. You're the life of this channel. And those of you that haven't subscribed, if you want to, maybe not right now, but if you want to watch for a few more minutes, and then if you want to
go ahead, make my day.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and subscribe, that would be fantastic. But again, it's up to you. If you feel like it, if you feel like you're getting anything out of this, I'm working on a few things that I'm going to come up with some new videos and some new ideas that might help you out a little bit. But anyway, again, appreciate y'all. Love you. Back to your show. He was, like I said, if you're going to blame somebody, blame the state. He's trying to blame it on Trump, and everybody tries to blame it on Trump. But If the wrong people are losing it, it's the state. Because if you know how this system works, the federal government gives the money to the states, and the states distribute it to the people that need it, to the people that are supposed to need it. And if it's going to the wrong people, then it's the state's fault, not Trump's fault, not the federal government's fault. And he tried using that you just got to have empathy for people. What try saying this to somebody's face, to somebody that actually needs it face. And to there, I say, I do that every single day. For one, I've got 2 children, well, more, but 2 children that are slightly on the special needs category. One's a little bit more than the other, but I've got at least 2 that have a mild form of special needs. My wife has MS and RA, and she has some brain condition, they think, that they somehow can't figure out, that we keep paying for, and you think that's cheap, but whatever it is, it causes her to just randomly pass out and have seizures, just randomly, just out of the blue. She just passes out and has seizures, and it's not good. And I tried applying for Medicaid and Medicare and all that, and I got denied. I basically got denied faster than I could fill the paperwork out. So yeah, I say this to somebody every single day, that, you know what, it sucks. And now I'm kind of in a job that it's kind of a dead end job. Probably won't get me very far. I mean, I like the company and they pay decent. I wouldn't say they pay great, but they pay decent, but it's like I'm stuck there because I need the benefits. I need it. If anybody needs the benefits to not go away, it would be me. Okay. And I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting older, and I can feel my health kind of decline a little bit. So it's one of those things that, if anybody needs it, they don't even look at me. They just laugh at me when I say I need help. But I don't know if maybe it's not to be racist or anything, but maybe it's because the color of my skin. I'm a white male patriot Christian that, I don't know. I'm not going to get into that, but, and then he tried mentioning something about God, about like, well, you think God would just want us to abandon a fly? That fly, it was in my last video. It's got a death wish or something. It's flying around. But anyway, and he mentioned God. Like, you think God would want us to abandon the single mothers and no, he's not. And I don't know if this is what exactly came up, but I got thinking about it. I was like, a lot of people, they misinterpret what the Bible says. They're all, you should love your neighbor. You need to love your neighbor. You need to think about your neighbor. You need to have empathy for your neighbor, and you need to love your neighbor. But a lot of people, they miss a little something about that. It says, love your neighbor as yourself. In fact, let's actually, I got a couple passages. Let's kind of read what it actually says in the scriptures. Got my King James Holy Bible right here. We'll go ahead and see what it actually says, what the exact words are. There's the King James Version. I know everybody reads different versions of it, but it's in Matthew, and it's chapter 22, verse 37 through 40, or at least 39. 37 through 39. And Jesus said unto him, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. Okay, so love the Lord with everything you got. All your heart, all your mind, all your might, all your, all that. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. It doesn't say love thy neighbor. It doesn't say love thy neighbor like you love me. It doesn't say love. It says love the neighbor as thyself. Okay, that's what that one says. And now there's one more. It's very, very similar, just different words, but it's in Mark. And it was, let's see if I can remember, number 12, 30, and 31. Verse 12, 30, and 31. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. So again, love the Lord with everything you got. The second is like, namely this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. Okay, so love them like you love them, like thyself. And I know that could vary from person to person. Because for me, anyway, if I'm going to love somebody as myself, I expect myself to work for something that I get. If I want something, I work for it. And that's me. That's how I love myself. I love myself by earning it, by not getting free stuff, by not having to be. So if I'm going to love somebody as myself, that's what I'm going to expect out of them as well. I'm not, it doesn't say love them and give them everything that you've got, take from yourself to give to them. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say love them more than you love yourself. It doesn't say love them any different. It says love them as thyself. And that's how I love myself. I love myself as being a worker. I work, I earn it. There's other scriptures, but I'm not going to read them all, but some of them, you're judged based on your works. You're judged based on your works. You work, you go, you earn it. You earn your living. You do the good. You do good. You don't, and doing good doesn't necessarily mean just pass off all your earnings to somebody else because they're less fortunate than you. Because less fortunate doesn't necessarily mean that they deserve it. Some people are lazy. Some people just, they're flat out lazy. They're unskilled. They're lazy, and they won't work when they know they can. And they're the ones that are abusing the system. It's like this lady on TikTok. I'm supposed to love her as myself. Okay, she's earning it. She earned that BMW. But because she earned the money to pay for a BMW with cash, I don't think she should automatically be eligible for food stamps, for medical, Medicaid, Medicare, whatever. She shouldn't get that. That's where the problem is, and that's what we're trying to address. We're not addressing it, well, you're a single mom with 6 kids. You don't get it anymore. That's not what they're trying. They're not trying to take it from them. They're trying to take it from those that don't deserve it or don't need it or shouldn't qualify for it. Like me, like I said, I work myself. I get a little bit in Social Security for my wife and the kids and stuff, and then I work my job, which, like I said, pays a decent wage. It's definitely not a great wage, but it's decent. It's decent enough to barely pay the bills, but yet I don't qualify. My wife, my 6 kids, we don't qualify. I have to work at my job, which makes me kind of feel like I'm stuck there. Like I have to stay there because I need the benefits. Because if I quit, I don't get benefits, and my wife needs the benefits. She does weekly to bi-weekly medical appointments to do stuff that they can't seem to figure out. Plus, not to mention the medications that we have to pay for, and so why do I not qualify? But yet I'm supposed to have empathy with this person that does TikTok and makes enough money to pay for a BMW with cash that gets Medicaid and medical benefits and food stamps. How am I supposed to feel empathy for somebody like that? How am I supposed to feel empathy for somebody that comes across our border illegally, jumps past those that are trying to come here legally, and they get it? Why should I feel empathy for them? Love people as thyself. I love people as myself, and myself is you work for it. You do it. You get off your lazy butt and you go earn it. And then if you need help, then you deserve help. If you're working hard, you're doing the things, you're trying as hard as you can, and you still can't get it done, and you need help, then you deserve help. That's who deserves the help, not those that refuse to work that can, and not those that make piles of money and just don't report it as income. Those are the ones that need it. So, anyway, that's the video for today. Oh, that stupid fly is going to drive me up the wall. But anyway, yes, the system is broken. Okay, it's broken, but just trying to order people to have sympathy and empathy or compassion for those that are abusing the system is not a way to fix. Is no way to fix it. That's not how we do it. Okay, get the people that don't deserve it, don't earn it, don't that shouldn't be on it. Get them off of it first, and then start redoing it. I know there's, like I said, the system's broken. It's been broken for a long time. And maybe this isn't the way to fix it. Maybe cutting it to, maybe this isn't the right way. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how it works out. You know, it hasn't even gone into effect yet. So we'll see how it works out. But at any rate, at least we've got somebody in there that's willing to try. Okay, he's at least trying. He's at least looking out for us Americans and us that don't qualify, that should qualify, because other people are getting it that shouldn't qualify, that do qualify. You know, like I should qualify for it. Other than the fact that I don't want it. I don't want to have to rely on the government. That's another thing. I don't want to have to rely on the government. So if I'm going to love you like I love me, then I would expect you to not want to live off the government. I'm loving you as myself. I'm loving you as I love myself. I love myself as being a hard worker, earn it yourself, don't ask for handouts, none of this stupid free stuff, because free is not free. Somebody's paying for that free. Somebody paid for that freedom. Somebody's paying for that stuff to be free that you want for free. Somebody has to pay for it. But yet I don't qualify for it. And if anybody should qualify for it, I think it should be me. But anyway, again, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You're not going to change my mind. I just wanted to jump on and just give a little bit of, about a comment about having empathy for people. I get it. I get the empathy for people, and I do have empathy for those that actually do need it, and if they're losing it, then no, that's not right. If they do it as though it's supposed to be done, then the people that really need it aren't going to lose it. It's the people that don't need it. And again, that's the states. If they don't, it's the states, because the federal government issues the money to the states, and the states determine who gets it. So if somebody loses it that shouldn't lose it, blame the state. Don't blame Donald Trump. Blame the states. Everybody's worrying about the deficit, the debt, the national debt. How else are we going to do it? We can't just keep raising taxes to combat the national debt. We've got to make cuts somewhere. And if those cuts come from cutting off the people that don't need Medicaid to make up for some of that dead money, we'll use that to pay it off. We'll use all this waste, fraud, and abuse that Elon Musk and Doge has been finding, all this money that's been going overseas. We'll just use that. And I know they're sending a lot of money to Israel, and which I don't agree with that too much either. They're sending a lot of money over to Israel now, and that's not, I don't agree with that. So I don't agree with everything that Trump says and does, but instead of sending it overseas to Israel, he's just moving it from going to Ukraine and moving it to going to Israel. And I don't agree with that either. But the point is, most of the bill is good. There is some Second Amendment stuff that I don't agree with, like that suppressor bullcrap. I was looking forward to being able to buy a suppressor, but I'm not going to buy one if I have to register it. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I'm glad they took the $200 tax off of it, so now it's cheaper. So it's $200 less. But I'm not. If I have to register it, I'm not going to buy it. Sorry, not going to do it. So I'll just go without a suppressor but there's some lawsuits going on about that. So we'll see how that works out. But I'm just saying it's not, I'm not too worried about it. It would have been nice. I was already starting to kind of plan for it. I got this one of my tool guys that comes into my work, he's starting to he got his FFL and he's going to start getting into guns and gun parts and gun equipment, and he was really looking forward to this passing so that he could start selling them and not have to worry about all the registration bull crap garbage. And so we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll get one eventually, but if the NFA if it didn't become an NFA item and I didn't have to register it, I'd be buying me a suppressor. But again, oh well. So I don't agree with that either. So this bill isn't all just big beautiful. It's not big beautiful. It's a big bill that covered a lot of stuff that needed to be done, needed to be said, needed to be done, because whether you like it or not, whether you like him, whether you like what he's doing or not, he's one of the few presidents that's actually doing something. Every other president we've had for decades is all talk. All of it. All talk. They don't do anything. There's no action. They're just talk. They just talk the talk to get you to vote for them, and then they're done. But anyway, starting to ramble. I tend to do that if you haven't noticed. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Links below to the stuff, to my other YouTube channels and stuff. Again, if you feel like it. If you don't feel like it, don't worry about it. But if you do feel like it, if you feel like you're getting something out of it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like, comment. You know the drill. You know the YouTube stuff. If you feel like it. Anyway, appreciate y'all. Love you. See you in the next one.